The high prices Kenyans are paying for fuel and related products are the byproduct of sustained infighting in the local oil industry. Fuel marketers have been engaged in tough wars between them and the National Oil Corporation, which is a public body. National Oil, despite being a public body and the one that should protect Kenyan consumers by being the trendsetter in pricing, has been immersed in questionable, if not very suspect dealings.
The petroleum subsector does face a crisis cycle. We live in a permanent crisis.
The current high illogical prices Kenyans are paying for fuel can be attributed to the protracted standoff among industry players, which has reduced the country's regulatory body ERC and the Ministry of Energy to mere spectators. The war, which started back in February, is being waged by a section of oil marketers who are opposed to the awarding of the fuel importation tender to the National Oil Corporation. One of the country's fuel marketers even withdrew from the contract. Worse still, NOCK bungled the contract and the entire purchase process. The withdrawal by one of Kenya's fuel marketers also led to a renewed tender process and consequent late delivery of a highly inflated consignment from the original price quotes NOCK had given. A second fuel marketer wrote to NOCK observing that the additional financial costs were unbearable and would lead to shortages, as marketers will not accept to sell at a negative margin on variable expenses.
The national oil has absolutely no role whatsoever in the current crisis.
This infighting between marketers and NOCK has been partly as a result of the government's introduction of NOCK into the market to try and regulate perceived exploitation by other fuel marketers. However, NOCK holds a small fraction of the market, and other marketers have taken the battle to the public body, making fuel more costly. But NOCK is not an innocent player in the whole fiasco. The corporation seems to be controlled by political forces in government and has, through shady dealings that defy logic, greatly assisted in the exploitation of Kenyans. Muraya, Kariuki, KTN Sunday Night.